Hello, everyone.
Hi, everybody.
Hello.
Welcome to the first live Writers Hive.
I know. Amber corrected me the other day. She's like, we did that for the writing conference, right? The AuthorTube writing conference. She's like, technically, we did a live one for that. And I was like, oh,
Technically, yeah. But like, we're on our own channel now, right? We didn't stream live from there before. Yeah.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, this is our first like on our channel live. Yeah.
Yes. Oh yeah, we're talking about goals. 2023 goals.
Yeah.
How excited are we?
We're gonna recap our 2022.
I'm both excited for 2023 and like dreading the new year a little bit.
You're gonna do great.
You all will do great. You've done so much this year.
I'm trying to like realistically go back to the beginning of this year and actually try to consider all the things that I've done, because timelines for me tend to get like a little bit blurred. But in the beginning of the year, I got book 2 over to the publisher. So this year I was able to publish A Prophecy in Ash. I was able to draft. How many books did I draft? Half a book? Was it just half a book this year? No, that's a lie. I drafted book 3. And I drafted like 3/4 of a contemporary romance and reworked a separate contemporary romance to requery. And then I kind of stopped querying. So I've written a book and a half and published a book and signed a contract for another book. The things. So I've been a lot of marketing and writing and expansion. I had my first ever author signing. That was fantastic. That was a big goal for me. I got my actual novels into libraries, which was very exciting for me. That was a big thing. And then I saw my books for the first time ever on Hoopla and like Overdrive and like on free library apps. And that was very...
And in the bathroom.
And I'm in a bathroom. Somebody painted my book spine / cover on a bookstore bathroom. And I've never been prouder.
That's amazing.
Highlights.
That's goals.
It is.
As you were talking, it's like a blur this year for me. I think I just published one book, right? I published Our Buried Lives, which was a lot. Oh, I also drafted a nonfiction book, which we'll talk about in the next goals. And that book got an award. You can see that sticker right there, which was awesome. And I went to some book events as an author, which I hadn't done in many, many years. And it was so fun. And I learned a lot, and I'm really, really excited for 2023 and like doing more because I connected with so many authors. So I'm excited for 2023 in all of those things that I'm sort of continuing through to next year in terms of thriller, nonfiction, and more.
I feel so unaccomplished compared to you guys. So I had struggled for many years to get past the first draft stage because I never felt like it was the right story. I was boring myself. Like I just had a block to get. I would get 20, 30,000 words, sometimes 70,000 words in and still not get to the final, like, okay, I'm ready to start editing this book. But this year, however, this year I did. I finally did finish a first draft of a book that I was working on, a young adult horror. I finally figured out like where I wanted to try to focus my career, where I wanted to try to focus my writing and what genre that I wanted to write in. So I buckled down and I really got it done. And it was surreal because it had been 4 or 5 years since the last time I'd finished a first draft. And so that was nice. So then I started editing it, and now I'm in the revision stage and basically rewriting all of it, but not letting myself think of it as a rewrite. It's just revisions. I'm not completely rewriting it. But in the goals, I'll talk more about it, but I'm not letting myself draft a new anything until I get this to at least a critique partner stage. So that's what I'm currently working on. I also did this year get to, well, I guess technically I started the year reading Julie's book 2, Prophecy in Ash, because we went back and watched our New Year's Eve live, and I was actually critique partnering book 2, and now I'm currently critique partnering book 3, and so that's really cool to kind of like cap the year off with that. So it's a lot of fun. I love, critique partnering for my friends. So yeah, that's about all I accomplished, was just actually getting my crap together and finishing a first draft.
What are we looking forward to next year?
Oh my goodness. All the things. First of all, because we've decided to transition all of our content over to here as opposed to like my channel and Caitlin's channel, I am so excited to continue to put out like fresh, exciting content. We were transitioning all of our content over, so I'm actually excited to start diving back into writerly topics as one of my extensions of authoring is continuing to discuss things here. So I'm looking forward to that in 2023. I am looking forward to taking part in a lot more online authory community-based things. I've been finding so much joy, not just in Nano, but like outside of Nano as well, in just finding live writing sprints and other channels and people to hang out with. So I've been, that's a goal of mine too, is to continue to like expand that online community. But yeah, in terms of books, and that's why we're all here for the most part. I will be for sure publishing book 3 and finishing out the trilogy in October. I'm going to probably plan to do, all October releases for all 3 books. So that's going to be wild to kind of finish out that series and those characters. And then hopefully also the plan is to start in January with a pen name and start releasing every month with a pen name. Little novellas, and I'm really excited about that as well. And then finishing up some contemporary romance novels. I have 2 fully written, 1 partially drafted, and another one kind of loosely outlined in my brain. So my goal is to try to get those as clean and polished as possible and make like a really compelling package for agents and or myself to move forward in that genre. Yeah, and I love all the stories individually, so I think, and they're all linked loosely, so they're all like within the same world, and I'm really excited to see where I can go with those. A little sad to leave like fantasy behind, but I'm really excited to move forward with the other stories that I have going on. So it's a lot. I'm hoping to publish 12 novellas next year, and then a full-length novel, and hopefully get somewhere querying the others. We'll see.
That's awesome. So many great things. Kitty fell asleep. That's why I took a picture, and I'll send it to you later. It's very cute. Did you also want to touch on, Julie, something else that you're doing with accountability?
Yes, I completely forgot about that. But yeah, I very accountable. No, I have always loved and continue to love, as both a teacher and somebody who's active in the like sprinting and writing and authoring community here. Accountability is huge for me, and I do balance a lot of different things in my life. So I am offering accountability coaching as a one-on-one with authors or writers if you want help trying to stay on task, A, with goal setting, B, with staying on task, accountability, check-ins, encouragement, motivation. I'm offering that now. It's on my website as a service for writers and authors, and I love cultivating that in people. I've done that to Amber for years and other writing friends for far too long, and they're like, I've heard a lot, I don't think I would be here, or I don't think I might have given up prior if it hadn't been for you, and I whatever. So I'm really excited to kind of to share that with other people as well.
Yeah, I can pinpoint at least 3 times in the last 5 years I would have stopped writing completely if not for you. I mean, completely. I was like at my rope's end. I was just like, I'm done. I'm not meant to be a writer. I can't do this. And you encouraged me and kept me going. So she's good, guys. You need an accountability coach.
but in like a gentle way. And you're very like individual as well. Like, you know, it's not one size fits all with accountability. Because I know that you've, for a bunch of different people, given hard, you know, pushes. Sometimes you give me hard pushes. And I was like, Julie, with many things. I like always know what you're going to say. But you know I need the hard pushes.
Yes.
Sometimes. And the feedback, which is good. So that's great.
She's a bit gentler with me because she knows I don't like hard pushes.
I don't necessarily like them, but they are the most effective for me.
But they're effective for her. Yeah.
Yeah, they're not for me. They make me shut down and go the opposite way. So she knows, like, okay, that doesn't work for Amber. So
I'm not a good rebel. So yeah, that's awesome. I'm so excited. 12 novellas, 1 novel.
That's the plan.
Querying. I'm excited to see about querying because the last time we tried, it was not so good.
Me too. No, I know.
Well,
we'll see.
A lot of actually came from it for both of us. So I just, just didn't work out. Starting off with my nonfiction, I'm releasing that in January. And I'm also doing Vlogmas on my channel. And I'm sort of like chronicling how I'm going through CP edits and stuff. The proofread and then the cover reveal, the title reveal, all that will be on my channel if you want to check that out. And then I have to make a decision on my next thriller that I want to put out next fall, September, October, just depending on when I get it done. So I'm in like that brainstorming phase right now. And then I have to like really push into outlining. But I do want to get the nonfiction done first. In terms of the book events, I want to do more. I may end up like creating a bunch of events in my neighborhood area because we just moved over the summer and it's like a huge, amazing community here. So I just want to like bring all my author friends here and we can have a ton of book events. And let's see what else. So I'm moving a little more into author services in a sense. I started like formatting for others and doing sort of project management. I'm actually curating a project management like process right now with a couple of authors. And I'm really, really excited to offer that to other authors in the future. But I'm really like, it's very conceptual now. And I have like 3 amazing volunteers that are like just letting me do whatever and sort of figuring out my process. So I guess 2 books and then like sort of a career pivot at some point. But it's all setting up for that.
So my turn. So my first and foremost goal is to get the current book I'm working on, my YA horror, to a CP stage, a critique partner stage. Julie is my main critique partner. I do have a couple other people that I want to send it to, but I haven't even asked them yet because I want to finish to get it there first. But Julie usually turns over her first draft to her publisher around February. So that's my goal, is to try to get it there so she has some time where she's waiting for their feedback to work, on it. I don't want to overwhelm her. So, and that's a good deadline for me because I need a deadline sometimes. But so that's the first goal. I also want to at least get another first draft of another book in after I finish that book and get it to a querying stage. So those are as far as the novels, those are the 2 goals that I have. And I have tons of ideas, so I just have to pick which one I'm going to start brainstorming and outlining in my way that I do my synopsis outlining. I actually do have a bit of an idea for a nonfiction that I want to write, but it'll only be after I see how, like, because I'm working on this new process, it's only see how that process works out a second time if I decide to write it, which could be this year or next year or 2023 or 2024. I'm not sure which, but I also, along with Caitlin and Julie, I'm trying to focus some like extra things on books, and I'm working with a AI. There's this Mid-Journey AI, and I'm trying to learn how to really hone in how to create the perfect images and work with people and make book covers using AI and kind of Photoshop kind of together. But I'm trying to get more comfortable with like fonts that are popular and kind of looking at what the person is looking for and kind of trying to translate that. And So I'm working on that in the back end a little bit too, so that I can eventually get to a place where I'm comfortable actually working with people and having them pay me to make them the cover. I think that's all I can think of as my goals is just, I want to query, CP, write another first draft, and make book covers. That's just what my next year looks like.
I think that book covers is awesome. And, you know, if you have the time, you should put up like videos on how you're doing that and stuff. Because I think that would be so cool to like, even if you don't like just for yourself, like in terms of process, like I'd love to see that. So just make them for me, please. I'm also excited to see all those book covers too, because those pictures are just beautiful. That's like such a fun thing.
It is fun, but I love too that we've all found different parts of the process that really give us like our energy pennies that we get a lot back from in return. That we can be offering things to people that don't drain us. Like it's difficult sometimes to take like what we also want to do. So like we all have different goals in terms of writing books or reading books, and that all takes creative energy. So to find things that we like to do that fill the creative energy but also help other people is like that's a pretty cool feeling.
Yeah, the thing about the draining, like you don't want to do something that like you're not interested in. Like I love formatting books. I like taking a Word doc and making it pretty, and that just like fills me with such joy. I forgot to mention too, I will be in a book box next year, but nothing has been revealed yet, so I can't talk about it. But I've been going through that whole process, so
I'm very excited because I do know a little bit about it, so I'm very excited.
We're still working on the cover, but we got a lot of the details down, and it should be announced soon. Also, too, let us know if there's any specific topics that you want us to discuss in the coming year. I believe we'll probably start new episodes in January, right? We'll film ahead of time and start getting those schedules.
Yep.
I am excited to continue making new content because I feel like the last time we filmed, I was in such a different place writing wise, and I was in that I don't know if I still want to do this phase. And I feel like now I've learned a lot about myself in the last year, and I think I have more, like I have more that I can give at least than when I was in that weird, really dark phase of my mind.
Yeah, that's
you've got a lot
rough
to share. I'm excited to see not just where we go in the following year, but where our community here at the Writers Hive also goes in the next year. And we love hearing from you. And if you're not a part of the Discord, there is a Discord where we chat and, you know, discuss. There's timers and accountability. We have options in there to look for critique partners and beta readers and, you know, form a community over there as well. But we're excited to see a lot more interaction here as we go forward with new videos and seeing what we all accomplish in the next year. It's gonna be a good year.
And hopefully more lives as well. Like, you know, maybe we can throw in sprints or whatever you guys want in terms of us. You know, we could do sprints and then questions in between or whatever. We're easygoing. We just want to help out where we can.
Yeah. I think that the most author tube, I guess what you would call it, community that I've seen is when we do sprints. Like we've gotten the same people coming in, and I think sprints are a good idea every once in a while to, especially with like helping people with accountability, because we have an accountability coach on the team, you know.
But if you're watching this after the fact, definitely let us know in a comment what your accomplishments were for 2022, what your goals are for 2023. If you ever have any suggestions or things that you would like to see us cover or get our opinions and thoughts on in an episode, let us know. And make sure your notifications are on and you're subscribed so that you can see when we do more lives or do sprints. And then, you know, hopefully we can see you there and continue to talk to you there.
We're signing out.
Yeah. Thanks for coming.
Thank you guys for coming.
Bye.